When policymakers and top U.S. tech companies held an unprecedented meeting about stronger consumer protection rules in September, privacy advocates were noticeably absent. But on Wednesday, they got their chance to share proposals on what the new rules might look like. The meeting comes days after a report that Google suppressed news of a recent privacy breach. A data breach exposed personal data from close to 500,000 Google Plus users, and Google reportedly kept quiet because it was worried about regulatory backlash. Senator Richard Blumenthal said the report, quote, confirms that Google's claims to value consumers' privacy seem like nothing more than empty talk. Senator Mark Warner added, it's clear that Congress needs to step in because these large U.S. tech companies have failed to regulate themselves. In the hearing, privacy advocates agreed with tech companies' calls for a single set of national data privacy standards. But they pointed to the latest Google incident as evidence for Congress to make those rules tough. They held up the strict example of the EU's General Data Protection Regulation.
The substantial fining authority, such that fines really can rise to a level that provides the right incentives for companies under the GDPR, and we desperately need that here in the U.S.
Privacy experts also pointed to California as a potential legal framework for national standards. They say California is a leader in cybersecurity and has adopted some of the strongest privacy legislation of any state, like rules to regulate connected devices and anti-bot laws.
We gave the California Attorney General the right to issue regulations. And I think that's so important going forward if you do a federal bill to give the rulemaking authority to the enforcing authority, because you don't want a bill that's going to be stuck in time.
As of now, senators on both sides of the aisle appear to side with consumer protection groups. Senators John Kennedy and Amy Klobuchar are backing a bill that would require companies to notify users of a data breach within 72 hours of discovery, a similar standard to GDPR.